If I had to tell you there was only one exercise, 1 minute, that can improve your forearms, shoulders, core, legs, and overall conditioning all at once. And this exercise is so simple that no one considers it a real workout. Believe it? I didn't either. When I first heard about it, I thought, such a simple movement, what will it do? But today, when people look at my physique, my shoulders, my grip, my overall strength and ask, what exercises do you do? I see a look of surprise on their faces. Because this is not a complex gym routine. It is just a 1-minute movement. This is something most people ignore, or just think it's a warm-up. Today, in this video, I'll explain exactly what this exercise is, why it's so powerful, and exactly how to do it so you get the same results I did. Watch the entire video because the last section contains the secret technique that makes the real difference. Do you know what's the most confusing thing when you start your fitness journey? So many exercises, so many programs, so many experts. They all say different things. I faced the same thing. I joined a gym, tried different splits, watched hours of videos on YouTube, chest day, back day, leg day, followed everything by the book. But still, the functional strength I should have, like lifting heavy objects, standing tall without tiring, or having a strong grip, was missing. Imagine a time when you've lifted a heavy bag or item and your hands start to shake after walking a short distance. Or you've shaken hands with someone and felt your grip weaken. Or you've been at the gym doing deadlifts or pull-ups, and your grip fails first, not the rest of your muscles. These are all signs that you functional, real-world strength it is missing, no matter how many machines you exercise on. Then one day, while watching an old-school strongman training video, I noticed a movement that seemed simple, just lifting heavy objects and walking. I thought, so simple, what's that gonna do? But out of curiosity, I tried it, and the result changed my entire training approach. First, let's understand why people underestimate this exercise, and why it doesn't even include it in their training. First reason, this sounds boring. No fancy machines, no complex forms, just moving with heavy weights. People think if an exercise is simple, it can't be effective, when in fitness, the simplest movements are often the most powerful. Deucery face, I don't get an immediate pump. When people do biceps curls or chest presses, they immediately feel a burn in the muscle, which they think is working out. But with the farmer's walk, there's no immediate burn. It's a fact, cumulative. It happens, it builds over time. That's why people underestimate it. Third and most important reason. People don't know how many muscle groups it activates simultaneously in a single exercise. Forearms, grip, shoulders, traps, core, especially anti-rotation and anti-lateral flexion, legs, and cardiovascular conditioning, all in one movement. No other single exercise targets so many muscle groups so efficiently. This is why people spend months doing isolated exercises, but don't feel strong and built overall, when this one simple movement can provide the overall functional strength they're looking for. So now let us understand how this exercise actually transforms the body and how to do it correctly. I'll cover 5 things in this video, each body part that this exercise targets, and finally, the secret technique that exponentially increases results. Watch the full video. Section 1. Grip or forearms. The first and most obvious benefit, grip and forearm strength. When you walk holding heavy dumbbells or kettlebells, your forearms have to work with constant tension for a full minute without stopping. This isometric tension deeply activates the forearm muscles. As I discussed earlier, the most powerful form of grip training. People whose forearms appear naturally thick and strong, like rock climbers, farmers, or strongman athletes, always have heavy carries involved in their training. This is not a coincidence. When your grip is strong, every other exercise improves as well. Deadlifts, pull-ups, rows, everything is better because grip is never a limiting factor. Section 2. Shoulders are traps. Dusra benefit. Shoulders are upper traps. When you walk with a heavy weight held to your side, your shoulders and traps have a role in stabilizing that weight with every step. This is a different type of training than a normal shoulder press, as it requires stability along with movement. This is why people who regularly do the farmer's walk have naturally more developed and thicker-looking traps, without any shrugs or isolated trap exercises. This benefit is especially important for those who want the look of broad shoulders and a strong upper body, without relying solely on isolated exercises. Section 3. Core and posture. Third and underrated benefit. Core, strength, and posture. When you lift heavy weights in one or both hands, your core, especially the obliques and deep stabilizer muscles, is constantly engaged to keep your body straight and not tilted to one side. Anti-lateral flexion training. This is a completely different type of core training than traditional crunches or sit-ups. Because it's functional, in real life, we also lift and move heavy things, bags, luggage, bags, and that's when core stability is important. When your core is consistently trained this way, your posture naturally improves. You stand straighter, look more confident, and your risk of back pain decreases. Section 4. Conditioning or calorie burn. Fourth benefit, cardiovascular conditioning or calorie burn. Walking while lifting heavy weights demands significantly more energy, because multiple muscle groups are working simultaneously. That's why a 1-minute farmer's walk, compared to traditional cardio, can burn more calories in less time, because it combines both strength and conditioning. For those who don't like cardio but also want to lose fat, the farmer's walk is a perfect combination. The benefits of strength training, plus the effects of conditioning. This exercise also naturally increases heart rate, which is good for cardiovascular health, without the treadmill or running. Section 5. Asli secret, time under tension or progressive loading. Now let us come to the real secret, which made my transformation possible in reality. Here's one thing most people miss. Just going on a farmer's walk is not enough. Proper use of progressive loading and time under tension is essential. The method is this. Weight selection. Choose a weight heavy enough that you can comfortably, but challengingly, hold and move for 45 seconds to 1 minute. Too light a weight won't produce results, and too heavy a weight will ruin your form. Grip variation. During the week, sometimes carry the same weight in both hands, symmetric carry, and sometimes carry a heavier weight in just one hand, asymmetric/single-arm carry. This challenges core and stability differently. Progressive overload. Every week or every 2 weeks, lose a little weight or lose a little time. This is a signal to the body to adapt, be strong. Posture discipline. Keep shoulders down and back, chest up, and core tight while walking. Bending or swinging the weights ruins form and increases injury risk. Consistency. 3 times a week, for just 1 minute, or 3 to 4 sets of 30 to 45 seconds, consistently, for 60 days. This consistency is what brings about real transformation. When you incorporate a farmer's walk into your weekly routine in this way, not just as an extra, but as a core movement, then you start to see the full-body transformation that I experienced myself. Now imagine this. If you did just 1 minute of farmer's walk for the next 60 days, 3 times a week, with the right weight, right form, and progressive loading, forearms and grip will become stronger. Shoulders and traps will naturally develop. Core will become stronger and posture will improve. Conditioning and calorie burn will improve, and all with just one simple, underrated movement. No complex programs needed, no hours-long gym sessions needed. Just 1 minute, done correctly, consistently. I know this exercise might seem too simple at first, and you might think, what can you do with all that? I thought the same thing, But that's